And here's my first cast doggy. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. And today I'm fishing at the Mumbles, just below the Coastguard station, west of the lighthouse, on a rock mark. Never fished here before. And first cast doggy, there we go. Been lots of squally showers, so I haven't been able to do my intro as I normally would. Anyway, the sun is out, so I thought I'd just get a quick snap of the doggy and give you a bit of an intro. So I've been fishing for about an hour so far, just that first cast doggy. I had a snag on the other rod. I'm fishing rotten bottoms on the rigs. I'll show you the rig in a minute. I managed to lose the weight and both the hooks, snap the shanks on both the hooks. So yeah, down at the Mumbles, first time. We've got a high tide in about half an hour at 1 o'clock, and it's not a very big tide. They're neap tides at the moment, so we've only got about a 3.1 metre difference in tides, 6.4 metres and 3.3 on the Swansea scale. And there's a rock mark, as you can see. If you've never been here before, that's down towards the Gower. We have the Coastguard station, and then we have the Mumbles lighthouse there on the island. I'll probably get up if I can fly the drone later. I'll get some aerial shots of that. Fishing the two rods as normal. Daiwa tournament, red one, and the Daiwa Saltus, the grey one. I got a 4-0 circle hook on the grey one. That's the rod that caught the doggy. And I'm fishing prawn and squid, bluey and squid, mackerel and squid on that one. And then the other one has got a pulley pennel, small pulley pennel, about a size 1 I think, or size 1.0. And I got black lug and squid on that, with rotten bottom rigs. Here's that first rig. I was fishing two size 1 Varivas hooks, you can see, on a pulley pennel, and I snapped the shanks on both of them. They weren't new hooks, but they weren't bad hooks. They were sharp and everything. And I also fishing a Cox and Roll rotten bottom rig with a pin and a floating bead there, and I lost the weight as well. And normally when my hooks are snagged, my leader knot goes, because I'm not the best at tying a leader knot. But anyway, there we go. Got some of the trace back, and it's rough ground, so we'll see how we go today. Just basically the expectations really just to have a fish, and haven't been out for 3 weeks or so since the last trip at Ogmore. So fingers crossed we can get, well, we got a doggy already. Hopefully we can catch something other than dogfish. Here's a very small dogfish. He took a liking to black lug and squid on a size 1 pulley pennel. Sorry, just a pulley. As usual, they're awkward things to unhook. Lost a full set of tackle on the bigger rod with a big bait, so it's pretty much getting snagged every cast. I had another snag on the cast before this, and I snapped the hook on that one, but I got the trace back, so it's either snag or fish at the moment. Anyway, let's keep going. One day I will catch a big specimen. So here's a very baby bull Huss. I think he's probably about as big as that last dogfish I caught. You can see on the bullus he's got very flared nostrils there, and also the spots are quite prevalent on this one, the big dark spots. Didn't see any sort of bite. He took I think that was prawn and squid again. So I was just winding in to change the bait and he was sat on it. But there, something a little bit different to a dogfish. But well, I want his grandmother, I think, or grandfather. Anyway, let's put him back in. So baits today, I've got frozen squid, bluey, mackerel, prawn and anchovy. I think that's the fish baits. And I picked up some frozen blacks at Dave Richards Angling in Newport this morning. A few wraps of those. In terms of how I'm presenting the baits, as I say, I'm using pulley rigs. Here's just this is just a size 1 Revis hook with a black just doubled back on itself with a tiny bit of squid. The bait's probably 3 inches long, so hoping for something, well, just a little bit different maybe. And my bigger baits, I'm fishing a 4/0 circle hook on a conservation, on a whatever, perfection loop, sorry, and with a dongle. And here I got a side of mackerel cut in half, wrapped with a bit of squid, and that's about 4 inches long. So that's my doggy bait, and at the moment my black and squids, my frozen blacks and squid is also doggy bait. One of the things I've done recently is, growing up as a kid, I always tied the same leader knot, and I started using the same leader knot when I restarted fishing at COVID, and that was basically a half hitch in the main shock leader line, and then doing a uni knot tucked in behind with the smaller diameter line. But I've sort of been watching a couple of videos because I've been sort of finding it's quite weak and it snaps relatively easy. And so I've moved over to a binomy twist. I'm not going to show you it because I'm not the world's master yet at the binomy twist, but you can look at videos on Veals Made All. For example, they do a couple of they do a spider's hitch and a binomy twist video. But certainly to me, anyway, if it's tied well, it's a very strong knot, as the video, as the boys at Veals say, and I get more of my tackle back. And say today, I've snapped 3 size 1 Aberdeen hooks. So you can see where it's been in the snag, and literally I've pulled for a break, and the hook has snapped before the line. And I'm fishing on that reel, I think it's just 18 pound mono with an 80 pound leader. So normally I'd lose my trace, but now I just seem to be snapping hooks. And that one was a new hook on fresh today. So 3 hooks I've snapped so far. Anyway, better than losing the whole set. I know on a lot of channels they don't show dogfish because obviously they tend to catch lots of other species, but me, as it's all I seem to catch, here's another minuscule one, again on black lug and squid. I've got no choice because that's all I seem to catch, either that or the greater spotted dogfish, the Huss. Anyway, he's clearly not happy with himself because he doesn't want to show his face. He's all tied up in a ball. Makes it easier to lob back out. So that's 3 doggies and a Huss. And the sun is shining. Result. So I've got a bite on the far rod. That's got just cast that one out. That's black lug and squid, probably another doggy. Let's take a look. backwards. Absolute baby. Anyway, dog central at the moment. Well, what a palaver to get a dogfish in. I'll have to tell you the story. Earlier on I'd had a bird's nest on one of my pen casting specials, so I took it off and I put my pen mag 525 on. I had a bite just now and I struck, the fish was there, and I went to wind and I heard something almost like crack inside the drive mechanism, and actually the ratchet or whatever has broken by the looks of it, because I can't tighten it up at all to engage the spool. So I had to cut off the bird's nest, or cut out the bird's nest, and then cut my main line off here so I could reattach it to the other reel, all for a blooming doggy. Anyway, what else are you going to do on a Tuesday afternoon? So that reel is, hence I got my glasses on because I was trying to repair the drag on the reel. I got bits all over the top of my tackle box. Yeah, anyway, one broken 525 and another dogfish. Hey ho. I got a big slackline bite on the red rod. Let's have a look. Ah, missed it. I was snagged when I struck it, and then it came free, but it wasn't the weight that was stuck or whatever. There was nothing there. Then it snagged again on the way in. Oh well. That was a decent bite actually. Line was pretty flat on the rocks. Let's bait up and have another chuck. I was getting to the end of the session now. All the dogfish today have been really quite tiny. Here's another one, a baby thing. Not even a pound. Some of these things, absolutely tiny, and pretty scrawny as well. Some of them, no food in them or anything. So I suppose that makes benefit that they're not sick all over you. But anyway, let's get this little baby back. It's got £10 bullets written all over it. Now the only reason I'm showing you this dogfish is because he's got a big black spot on him. Look at that. He's obviously been a naughty pirate or something. For those of you that can remember Robinson Crusoe as a kid, got given the black spot, didn't he? Arr. Anyway. Getting a bit sunstroke now. Better put this one back. Got a bite on the far rod again. Only just cast that one out. Let's bring it in and see what we got. I'm betting on a doggy. Oh, I'm betting luck's run out on that one. I did have the winner in the national, mind you, but I only had £1 each way, so I won £10.60. Still, it's a win, I suppose. Let's go. I keep saying it's going to be my last cast in my head. I have one or two more casts, and that's going to be it, I think, today. You guessed it, another baby dogfish. Double figure dogs now. Ooh, it's 1 hour before low water, so 6 o'clock. I'm probably going to have one more cast, and that's going to be it. Well, I stopped fishing about 6:30. I went fishing for about 7 hours. I ended up with, I think, 11 or 12 dogfish and that one small bullace. Plenty of other bites, missed a few, as always. Had a lovely session here down at the Coastguard station at Mumbles Head. Certainly a mark that I'll come back to. I lost a bit of tackle, but then it's a rough ground mark. You can see fishing down. I was casting into that sort of gully area there, and I put the drone up just now. I didn't fly it this afternoon while I was fishing. I was just too busy, really. So put the drone up now, and you get a feeling for the lay of the land. Say it's not a big tide, so there's probably rocks going out a fair way there. Obviously I was in it most of the time, but plenty of fish, so nice session, and somewhere else to come when there's a big northwesterly wind blowing. Thanks for everyone who's been watching the channel, has been making comments, liking and subscribing. Really appreciate that. And hopefully now the weather's a bit more settled, I can get out a bit more often. Fancy a bash down Cogden, I think, for the place before it gets too busy in the summer season. So might try and arrange that as my next one, or quite fancy going back to Nash Point and fishing off the beach there, because I had a couple of good sessions there last year. Anyway, enough of me waffling on. Thanks for watching. If you're out fishing this week, take care, tight lines, and we'll see you all again soon. Thanks for watching. Fishing AT at the Mumbles Coastguard Station. Thank you.